Hello, I'm here at the St. Florian Parish, and I am visiting with Pastor
Father John Sedlak.
Father John Sedlak. I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm so used to the pastor title, but I want to tell you something. When I got your email agreeing to this interview, I'm thinking, well, that was very kind of you, but I thought it would never happen because I know I'm busy, and if I'm busy, you're triply or doubly or quadruply busy because your ministry is 4 times the size of mine. So I appreciate you taking the time for us. Let's start with a very general question. How are things going at St. Florian?
Well, I think they're going fairly well, coming off the pandemic. Mass attendance is one measure of that. And before the pandemic, we would take an October count yearly. And the average attendance for a weekend mass was about 310. And we're up to about 80% of that.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's very good. I suppose there were challenges. You were shut down like most other churches during the pandemic?
Yes, for a short time we were actually, the doors were locked and the masses were said privately by myself. But glad we're past that, of course.
Yes. Well, yes, and I hope we never have to do that again. There's nothing sadder than a locked church door. But would you say you say the people have come back about 80%. Has your ministry revived to about 80% or more so?
The home visitations was revived. It was very important. That's a big part of my ministry. And of course, with the pandemic, that was also prohibited. And we've gotten back to that, and that's in full swing now. So it's always great to visit those who are in care facilities or pretty much homebound, and I get more blessings out of that than I'm sure they receive.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, I can relate to that. Sometimes it's hard to get your shoes on and go to visit somebody, and then you get, after I leave visiting an elderly or a person is shut in, I feel so much more rewarded and almost ashamed that I hesitated in going because it was a blessing to me. I'm sure it was a blessing to you. So what are the times of your masses and your church services?
Well, our weekend mass, what we call the Sunday masses, we have one on a Saturday evening, referred to as an anticipated vigil mass at 5 o'clock, and then on Sundays 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. We also have mass daily, of course, Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m.
Very good. And if anybody would like to come, what is the physical address of the church?
This is 4263 Route 981.
Right.
And if you're using GPS, you have to put in the Mount Pleasant zip code 15666.
Right. We call that the devil's zip code, by the way.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Sorry about that. Anyway, now what would you call this? You're outside of Norvell. Is this Calumet?
It's United.
United, of course. I apologize to the people of United that are watching.
Yeah, that's our post office, and that's where we get our mail. We don't have it delivered here. Yeah.
I grew up here, so it all blends together. It's all my home. Trauger, United, Calumet, Norvell, it's all my home. So before you got your calling into the ministry, what were you doing? What were you thinking about? What were your goals before God changed them? Because I assume that's usually the story with every pastor, every minister. Yeah.
Well, after I graduated from college at Pitt, I started graduate school at the University of Tennessee, intending to become a clinical psychologist, but I only went a semester there, realized that's not what I really wanted to do, so worked for the government for 3 years.
Oh my!
Defense Mapping Agency in Washington. And then I felt that the Lord was really kind of pressing me to do this, and had that calling for a long time, but kept resisting it. Met another fellow down there, a little older than myself, in a similar situation, and he was going to go to the seminary. I think it was because of that encouragement. That's when I went. That was in 1977.
Well, may I say, you hold your age very well.
Thank you.
If I start doing my math, I promise not to do any math in front of the camera.
Okay.
But yes, very good. It's been my experience, and I'm very limited in my experience, that the ministers, the priests, the pastors, that resisted or didn't really, or like fought against God a little bit, they seem to be more successful in the ministry, it seems like those that go in easily get hurt easily. Those that just, not that I think we should resist God or fight God, but it's just been my experience. Those that had other plans, and then God changed those plans, they seem to do very well. Because I think we understand, because I was the same way. You understand the struggle that if this is how I struggle to go in the ministry, certainly the average churchgoer, they're struggling with things as well. And I think you're more sympathetic.
Very good.
I think so. But this is not about me. I'm sorry, I took over the interview. As we come towards 6 minutes already, that goes very quickly. Are there any words of encouragement you'd like to tell anybody who are watching?
Well, yeah, let me just encourage you, if you ever want to stop in, you are most welcome. Our church actually is open 24/7 because I encourage people to stop in and make a prayer visit with the Lord. We also have a special day each Tuesday after the 8 o'clock Mass until Wednesday morning, or the Blessed Sacrament is exposed so people can come in and adore Jesus in this sacrament. We do that for 24 straight hours through the night. It's
I didn't know that.
Time.
That sounds very special.
Yes, and so anybody of goodwill is certainly welcome to stop in.
I am so glad of that. That's awesome. I'm told I say awesome way too much, but I'm gonna describe it that way right now. Awesome. Well, as we come to the end of this interview, I just want to thank you for your time. It's been wonderful sitting down and talking to you. And until next time, we will see you, and God bless.
God bless you. Thank you.